Hey, hello guys. Um, I know it has been some time, so today we are going to do lead code. I've been a bit busy lately because I actually have a good announcement that I got. Um, I will be joining a US-based startup, health startup, which is opening their first offices in Pune. Yeah, so I've been learning a few things, revising a bit, so I could be like good at what I do when I join. So in that case, I've been distracted there, and but today we are going to start do another lead code problem. Let's see what's there. And what problem do we have today on the daily problems. So let me just transition. Uh, it has been that, oh, we have a hard problem today. Given an array, max points on a line. So let's just add this to our video details. Given an array of points where p of I is equals to xi yi represent a point on xy plane, return the maximum number of points that lie on the straight line. So, uh, okay, uh, let's see the examples. So, one, two, three. Okay, uh, in this case, one. Okay, three, two, three, two. Okay, so, uh, five, three, four, one. So, one thing I can see that from this question is from the examples is that uh, they all will have be on for being on the same line, they'll have a same slope. Like the ratio, like one thing I can see that one is one by one is one, two by two is one, three by three is one, and if it was a case of this line, then that would be the same thing like any other line. Uh, Here also the ratio would not be the same, but the sum seems the same. Yeah, so 4, 1 is 5, 3, 2 is 5. So is are negative in numbers there? Yep, negative numbers are there. So for negative numbers, let's say we have this line, a line like that. So there also the slope or the sum. Yeah, and for negative positive, slope in this case or the sum in this case. Uh, do I make sense to you? Like, uh, for being us on the same line, they either have to have the slope, like they have to have the ratio of x and y equal or the sum of x and y equal. So that's what I see from this problem. So let's just try to code that out. Let's see. The main point of doing these sessions live and not seeing the problem beforehand is that I can show you how, like, a developer, a programmer, uh, looks at these questions and goes about it. So it's not a point to get it correct on the first try, not the second try. Like if it takes because hard problems are hard for me also. So if it takes more tries, then we will also see the solution. But at this point, I think there are two things I see. So we'll go with that and make. Let's see the um, options after that. Okay, so um, okay, so for this, I guess we can store the ratios in a map. So unordered map, float uh, and int m1, and for this we will have to create another map. So m2, that could be int and int also. So okay, cool. Now for to x uh, uh, sorry, I got distracted by my father. uh, X of points, which would like x would be a vector, so I can do this thing. So m1 of x of so is it xy? So let's do x1 by x of 0 plus plus, and all, so this will be m2, and m2 of x of 1 plus x of 0 plus plus. And now so in this, like, now I see that I've stored in the map that the slopes and the addition of all the points. So like uh, with one it will be like 1 is equals to 1. Then after this it will be 1 is equals to 2. After this it will be 1 is equals to 3. So I guess we need to find the max, and here it will be 1 is equals to 1, then 3 5 is equals to 1, um 8 is equals to 1, 5 is equals to 2, 5 is equals to 3, 5 is equals to 4. So now we easy, it's actually very easy. For so int answer is equals to int min. Okay, and uh, I hope it is as easy as I'm doing it, because it's quite simple for me right now. We can all calculate the max here only. So answer is equals to max of answer comma uh, m1 of this comma m2 of this. I hope the syntax is correct, because I just saw the syntax somewhere, and I thought, okay, this is good, but I haven't used it any time. Let's return answer. Let's try to run it. Okay. The okay. Uh, the test case pass. Let's submit. Try to submit it, and obviously there's an error. Okay, so in the case of when x is 0, I guess that's uh, or y is 0, then that will also be a problem. So in that case, how will we manage that? My God, how will we manage zeros? Okay, so I guess this is the hard part. Now I feel that why the question is in the hard section. Because what if x and y both are zeros, or any like, or x is zero, so it could be 0 comma 2 also, and 0 comma 2 can like start a line this way, start a line that way. Hmm. Hmm. 0 comma 0. How can we manage this? um I actually have no thought in my mind because it's very tricky right now. um if I have a thought, I'll try to tell you. Someone's watching, they can also contribute. Um, we can also do slopes between 2 points to not have this problem. So that's an idea, and then try to find out how many 2 points like that would be a n square problem in my opinion. Like, um, can I go n square? Let's see. I guess we can go n square, because the length of like 300 into 300, it will only be like 9 and 4 zeros. So we can go n square. So let's try and go n square. And for that, I guess we only will need slope. So, so now what's the plan that uh, if the length is if and n is equals to points dot size if n smaller than 3, return n. So if n is smaller than, like if n is 0, 1, 2, then we'll return n. Cool. Um, and now what can we do? Okay, so now the plan is that I'll go for every point. Let's just do this. Let's just run a for loop. So for int I is equals to 0, I smaller than n, I plus plus. For int j is equals to I plus 1, I n minus 1. I j smaller than n, j plus plus. So yes, and now I guess we'll find the slope between these 2 points, and we'll add that to another map, and we'll find the max. And slop op is equals to um points of I of 0. It's xy, not so 1 doesn't matter there. Minus points of j of 1. So are the points all different? Oh, all points are unique. So, or else I would have to do that case also. Divide by points. Let's just copy this only. I'm just changing. 0, 0. So this is the slope, and one of slope plus plus. Okay, and so I had a variable now. This was the max of answer, comma, m1 of slope. So this is a potential another solution. Um, let's just see. Now, in which case am I dividing by 0? Okay. So for I is equals to 0, for j is equals to I plus 1, slope is equals to m m1 of slope. Uh, Basically 1 will become I guess we'll have to answer this one. But how am I? In which case am I dividing by zero? Okay. In this case, I guess I want two slopes. Ah, I understand why it's a hard problem. No. Um, okay, so we can do a check for the point where this is zero. Let's do all this. So when this is zero, let's make another. Are these all integers? Yep, it's all integers. This. Okay, so we can do. Um, let's just take this and m2 of this plus plus and answer is equal to max of answer comma m2 of this should solve that problem for a straight line. So whenever this like these two um, subtraction is zero, so it's a straight line parallel to the y-axis. So in that case, I'm choosing another map right now, and we get wrong answer. Okay. Okay. Now what's the problem? Let's make the code bit understandable. So I know the naming is a bit wrong, but code is much more understandable. Uh, so it's like identical. Okay, so why are we getting six here? Through by logic, I think for this case also the answer should be two and then we should add one because it will be one like a one and then it will compare with this. So this will become and it will compare with this. So okay. Um, so it will do all the comparisons. So that will also compare with this, and that will also be a problem because so one compares with two and we get answer as two here. So let's do one thing. Let's make m1 again and again. Do we get two? Yep. And we can answer plus one. And do we get three? Yep. We should also make this again and again. I'll if I get the answer correct, I'll explain and try to explain it properly. Um, and we are lost. So let me tell you what I thought. So in this case, I thought that every time it comes to this point, let's say we create all these two maps, and it goes and checks for these two number if they fall on the same line as this, like and like the maximum lines it can form going forward. We find out it can find from one line. With 2 points and so that's why we the answer will be two for in this case this will only form only one line but with only 1 point so it does not matter for this and this couldn't form any line going forward so that's the basic logic and same for the straight lines so but let's not let me just check the test case I got wrong. Okay, 5 by 4. One line will be 5 by 4. Another line will be 8 by 7. 8 by 9. 5 by 6. 3 by 4. So this will only form lines with 2 points. So let's come back to this. How are we getting seven? So one, two, three, four, five. 4, 5. So 3 by 3, 1. Okay. 4 by 4, 1. Okay. 1 by 1, 1. And -1 by -1. Yup. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yup. So what's the problem? Why are we getting 7 for this? How are we getting 7? See out. Let's just print out answer on every count. And let's try this. Six. We are getting 6 on every point. So this is somehow giving me 6, which is wrong, obviously. So what's the problem? So in my opinion, it should never go in this block because we are not getting 0, 0. So let's just see if somehow the code is going here. No, it isn't. So that's good. That's a good sign. Now, what are we getting the slope? Let's just comment this out for once so we don't have any problems. Um, so we are getting slope as 1 each and every time, and that's the problem. Why are we getting slope as 1? Okay. Let's just print I for once. So in the case of 0, we are getting 1, which is a problem. We shouldn't get 1. Slope is not 1. Because we have done a big mistake evaluating, which I should have taken care of. And this solves this problem. Ta-da! Uh, yeah, so basically the whole point of this operation is to see how we think about problems, how we try to solve them, how we get closer and closer by each mistake that we make. And uh, now let's see if we can make it better. What was its efficiency? It's 87%. So 87% is okay though. Um, it's not a big problem. 87% is actually good. So, and personally, I don't find a place where I could make this better. Um, Though I wanted to iterate back again on this solution, if I can apply this logic here, uh, just some thought work I would like to do. Make a tree and then try to find the line. Just try to iterate on this, and I guess by from the solution perspective, if you were here to get a solution, though that's not the point of this whole operation. The point is to show how what's the thought process. But yeah, if were here for the solution itself, then you can probably leave. That's done. Now I'll like to, because this solution is actually very good. Like, it's very elegant, it's very small, it's easy to understand, and I think the logic perfectly fits for the cases when it's not zero. So for the case when it's zero, I'm just trying to figure out. Let's take this three lines first and comment this out. So we have this, and we have M2. We want to make an M1, and, and, and let's make an M3. If x of 0 is equals to 0, in that case, what we'll do is we'll do all this. Okay, and okay, M3 of x of 1 plus plus, and let's just add this in, and M2. Okay, this will become M3 x of 1. Let's try this, and it fails this one. So am I having problems with floats? So float, let's not take any chances. Bruh. Okay, 0 will be like it will go in M3. Actually, when I see it, it's actually not the correct solution. Now, yeah, because in this case, this none of them will have the same slope. So it's a shame. But I thought this will be very elegant. sometimes things don't work out. But this is how you realize. Uh, so we have a working solution, and I guess I'll probably do the TypeScript documentation too right now. With 91%. Uh, that's good. Okay, let's go easy.